The title of the presentation is Don't Spill the Potjie Course. It is really all about a simple secret to the success of your business. Small businesses need as much help as they can get. And what we've tried to do is to put this into a very digestible form that everybody can see how to improve your business and make it more successful. So to kick off, I'm Rick Ed. I've been in this business like forever. Long before I was a small business mentor, trainer, advisor, I had a college. It was a small college, and I learned a lot about running a business when running that college. But not only that, in the college, we taught how to run a small business. So I've had around about 35 years experience in this. So I guess that makes me a Madala. And so what I want to do now is to share that knowledge and experience with you. So please do stay for the session. I can see people that I know. Welcome. Tabisa Sabata's entering, and other people I recognize. Thank you very much for coming along. I hope this will be valuable to all of you. So, as I said, I ran a college. We taught entrepreneurship. We taught how to run a small business, and the business itself, the college, was a small business. So what I'm sharing with you is real. It's from my personal experience and personal experience of other people who I've worked with. Ashley said, if you've got any questions, please click on the Q&A at the bottom of the screen. And at the end of the presentation, we'll answer your questions as well as we possibly can. So if you've got any questions about how to run a small business, and that's what we're aiming to help you with, please let us know that you're happy about that by clicking on the reactions at the bottom of your screen and share that with us. So I'd like to know something from you, and if you could please help me with this. Before we discuss how to help you with this business secret, I'd like to know what business you're in. And I'm going to ask you to put in the chat the business that you are in. Perhaps you're in hairdressing, perhaps you're in import-export, perhaps you design web apps. I'm sharing some examples here with you. You might be in clothing design or in construction. Maybe you've got a spaza shop or a hair salon. I don't know. Could you be an artist? I know people who run shisanyamas. I'd like to know what you are doing. Do you have a car wash next to your shisanyama? Perhaps you are in AI. Vehicle repairs, who knows? Let me know what in the chat what business you are in. What we're trying to do is make sure that this presentation addresses your needs. So let's start off. You might have taken advice from Sandile Hogana last month when he discussed the business model. It's an incredibly useful model for making sure that you're covering all of the bases when making sure that your business is successful. So hopefully you've looked at Sandile Hogana's business model, and I'm going to assume that you have and that you're building on that. So if you're doing that, there are 3 benefits that I'm going to insist that you must be able to get out of this presentation today. All you need to do is follow the secret to business success, and you should get these 3 benefits in your business. The first one is the customers you already have. you're going to keep those customers. So retaining customers is critically important for a small business. You don't want to go to the trouble of attracting customers and then losing them. So the small business advice that we're going to give you, the secrets to your success, will in turn refer to and help you with retaining and keeping those customers. But you also need to grow your business, so you need to get more customers. And you will not only do those first two, you will also help to ensure that your business will become more successful. Excuse my cough. So we're going to use the iconic Potjie course, the South African culinary delight, that will help us to explain how to improve and make more successful the business that you have. So if we have a look at the Potjie course, we know that it is like a stew that is cooked in a potjie, and that is cooked over a slow fire, and it is to stand on over the fire. It needs 3 strong legs, and it cooks slowly, and you will at the end of the day have a delicious stew. So this is what we're using as an analogy for your business. We're using a South African Potjie course, and we're going to have a look at how this potjie is going to be an analogy for your business, and how we're going to make sure that your business success as a result of looking after this potjie. So let's start with the fact that your potjie has got 3 legs. And that's what we're going to focus on in this business. Every small and micro business depends on these 3 important legs. Your potjie and your business both have 3 strong legs. Okay, what are these 3 strong legs, and why are they so important? First of all is the product. Now, we know all about the product. This is what you're selling. And I will use the word product when I also mean service. So if you hear me talking about product, I mean a service or solution as well. So the product or service is what you are offering. So maybe you have a guest house, maybe you have a hair salon. We listed a whole lot before, and there will be a whole lot of others that I've missed. Maybe you're in the transportation business or the courier business or import-export. This is your product, and clearly you have to deliver a quality product. You know your product, and you know how to make sure that it's quality. So that's your product, and this is one of the key legs. If that product is good, if it's sound, then that is making sure that one of your legs of your potjie is a solid leg. But not only that, we're also looking at a second leg called the market. And these are your customers. These are the people who buy your product. And thirdly, we're worried about or concerned about the finances. That's the money that flows into and out of your business. That's the money that flows through your business. I do apologize. So these are your 3 legs, and that's what I'm going to be looking at. Your potjie has to have all 3 legs: the product and the market and the finances. So I'm using those technical terms, but I'm also going to talk about them in ordinary everyday business terms. If you don't have these 3 legs, and if they're not all solid, then we're going to have a problem. Your potjie will spill. If you have got one of the legs that is not strong, your business could well suffer. And we want to make sure that your business not only survives, but it thrives. So let's have a look at what we can do. What could be the causes for a weakness in any one of these legs, and what can we do to remedy that? here is a very helpful source. There's a book called E-Myth Revisited by Michael Gerber, and he explains why sometimes businesses fail. And I'm going to paraphrase something that he says in here. Business owners, you and me, we make this fatal assumption. We believe that if we understand the product of our business, then we understand the business that makes our product. Let's go back and look at that again. We believe that if we understand our product, what we're selling, then we automatically understand the business that produces this product or service. That is the myth. If we know our product, we automatically know the business. That's not true. So, as an example, if you know how to bake bread, then you might say, well, then I can have a bakery and my bakery business will succeed because I make really good bread. Well, that doesn't follow. Just because you know how to produce your product, it doesn't automatically mean that your business will succeed. And this might actually be an aha moment for a lot of people. They may say, okay, so I was wondering why I was struggling with my business. Just because I'm good at being a chef, it doesn't mean that my restaurant will automatically succeed. So it doesn't help that we only know about our product. We have to look at the other two legs. Now, remember what we were saying. The second leg of our business is the market. This is the people who buy from our business. These are our customers. If that leg isn't strong, we could have problems. And then the third leg, of course, is the money, the finances. If that leg isn't too strong, if we're not managing our business money most effectively, our business also could suffer. So we need to be concerned not just with the product, but we need to be concerned with the market and the finances. So we're going to take a look at each of these three legs. I'm going to assume that you already know your product, and that's why you got into that line of business, and that you know how to ensure that your product is of a high standard. But we're going to now look at the other two legs, which often cause our business to fail. And sometimes we don't realize that that is why our business is failing. So let's just have a look at, first of all, the market. Our second leg is the market. But how do we tap into our market? This is where our customers are. Okay, so we often make this mistake. We try to sell our products and services to the customer, instead of finding out what the customer wants, and that is what we would call the customer's pain point, and then providing a solution that matches, that meets, that answers the customer's pain. In other words, what they want. So we typically say, I'm selling iPads. If I look on AlexBiz website, or if I look on AlexBiz group chat, I often see people offering things. I do catering. So the question, first of all, is, does your customer want catering? And if your customer does want catering, what kind of catering does your customer want? If your customer, does your customer want technology? Do they need IT? And if so, what type of technology do they need? Do they need hardware? Do they need software? Do they need solutions? First of all, find out what your customer needs. What is it that they actually want? What is the problem that they're experiencing that your product will be the solution to? So the easy way to do that is to look at your product through your customer's eyes, not through yours. I often say that people are married to their product. I fall in love with how wonderful my app is, but I don't look at whether or not my customers actually want that app. Now, not only knowing what our customers' problems are and how to address them, providing the solution to them, but we don't even know who it is out there who would want our products and services. So we are using our megaphone to shout at everybody saying, I have this product and service, but we're not talking to the people who are looking for them. I do apologize. So first of all, who is it that wants what we are offering? And why would they want our service or our product? Because maybe somebody else is closer to them, or maybe somebody else offers a product that is more aligned with what they're looking for. Oh gosh, isn't that amazing? As soon as you are ready to do a webinar, then your cough comes back. Okay, so we have a product or service. We're offering this product or service. There's a market out there who wants it. How do they find us? So it doesn't help to say, well, I'm going to put it in social media. How do I know that my prospective customer is looking on Pinterest when I'm advertising on Instagram? How do we know that they are on LinkedIn when I'm on Twitter? Do you know what the largest social media in South Africa is? Yes, of course, it's Facebook. What is the second one? Are you advertising on the second largest? Did you realize that TikTok is now the second largest in South Africa? But what happens if you're advertising to a market that doesn't use TikTok? So how will your business find your prospective customers? And lastly, how will they find your business? How will they know that your business has the product that they need? So they may know that you're out there, but they may not know that you're offering what it is they're actually looking for. So these are important questions. We need to understand our market, our customers. So who is our market and how will our business reach them? And why am I making such a big fuss about market? Why am I making such a big fuss about customers? You know, the trouble is sometimes we're so busy running a business that we don't make sure that we're getting paying customers. And if we don't have paying customers, we don't have a business, we have a hobby. If you don't have people buying your product and paying for them, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. Okay, let's get on to the third leg. And a lot of people have a problem with this. A lot of people have an allergy toward finance. I can't do finance. I don't understand these things. Bookkeeping was my worst subject at school. Well, if you're running a business, you need to be able to sell your product and you need to be able to make money from selling your product. So let's have a look. Maybe it's not so complicated. One of the problems that SMMEs have is that they don't know how much to charge for their product or service. So there are some people watching this webinar who are nodding to themselves, I have no idea how much to charge. There's another lady who does beauty products. There's another lady who does weaves. And I make sure that I charge slightly more or slightly less than her because I have a better quality product or service. That is not a way to price your product. I knew a man who was doing amazing welding, and for I can't remember now, it was over a year, he was just not breaking even. He didn't have money to send his kids to school, but he was doing fantastic work with his welding. And the only problem was that he didn't know how much to charge. And once he knew how much to charge, people were still happy to pay for his product, for the welding of the products that he made. But at least now he made a living, a healthy living. So do you know how much to charge for your product? I'm going to answer these questions a little bit later. Another question is, do you know if there is more money coming into your business than going out? Are you keeping records so that you can tell whether your money that is coming in from sales is more than the money going out to pay expenses? If you're not keeping some form of record, if you're not writing these down, or preferably using a spreadsheet, or even better, using a basic and very cheap accounting program, there's a lot I can tell you about them. If you're not keeping a record about how much money is coming in and how much money is going out, you won't know whether or not you're making a profit, or whether in fact you are maybe making a loss and your business might fail. And one last thing, a lot of people think that if they make a sale, they automatically have made a profit. So if I sell for 500 Rand, I've made 500 Rand profit. That is not true. And what's worse, people think that if they've made a profit of 500 Rand, then there should be 500 Rand cash under my underneath the till, or maybe even under my mattress. So that cash is my money. And I'm afraid that is not true. Sales is not the same as profit, and profit is not the same as cash. And once you start to understand these three things, your business can actually make a profit, and you can have cash for you to spend. So most SME owners don't know how to make their businesses profitable and how much tax to pay. And they don't know why their business is making a profit, but they don't have any cash. Have you ever heard that? I'm selling these goods, and but I never got money to spend. Where is all the money if I'm making so much profit? It's actually very easy to understand, and it's done through very simple record keeping. And this record keeping will help you to grow your business, not just for now, but for the future. By managing your money, you will be able to grow your business now and into the future. So it is very important to keep financial records. And that's what I was saying. By managing your money, you will make a profit to pay your accounts and to grow your business. So you can see that if the small business owner doesn't have all three strong legs standing together, your business may, in fact, not survive. It's critical that you have your product and your market and your finances all strong and sturdy. You need to have that balance. Otherwise, your potjie will fall over and your business will suffer. We need to manage the balance between these. So we tend to focus on our product, and maybe I'm good at sales, but I hate finance. So the finance is the leg that's going to fail and my business will not succeed. Or maybe I really understand my service, but I really hate trying to sell it. I hate trying to promote it. So that leg will be the weak leg. We've got to have a balance between all three. We need to manage all three. And isn't that clever? Imagine not switching off my phone. There we go. All right, so that's what we need to have, all three of those for the business to be successful. So we need to understand, I'm wrapping up now. We need to understand our customers' needs. We need to understand how to reach them. And we need to know how to get them to buy from our business. And then we need to know how to cost and price our services, because we can't work out how much to charge people if we don't know how much money we're spending. So we've got to manage the flow of money into and out of our business so that we know what makes our business profitable, and so that we can take some of that profit as a bonus for us as a business owner who's made the business successful. Now, there are a lot of other aspects to your business, but once you've got those three strong, sturdy legs, then you can look at other things. Strategy is very important. Policies and systems are very important. Technology facilitates how the business runs. HR, the people are the ones that implement the technology and the policies. We need to comply with regulations, but we need to actually have a functioning, successful business first. And once we've done that, we can worry about these other things. They're important, but the product, the market, and the finance are important first. All right, so now I'm going to wrap up here, and I'm going to say, do you need any help? Most people do need help. It has been my experience, because that's my job. I help small businesses, and my experience is that most businesses could do with some help, even the smallest amount of help. Oh, this cough is not going away. So I wish you great success with your Potjie course, and invite you to ask any questions that you have in the Q&A. Startwise are a brilliant platform for supporting South African SMMEs.